Yeah.
Whenever he's not, you know, his average, I would say, would be in that top 7, top 8 player is at this moment. When he was active, I'm actually not sure, you know, how he's doing right now because he's been
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with every single thing that you said about Tux. He's an amazing player, but like you see right here, the zoning potential from Zelda is absolutely insane. There's just so many things you have to keep track of, especially with the extremely strong up air that has the hitbox of an absolute twice the size of a Donkey Kong. It is pretty ridiculous, and you're seeing him struggle just a tiny bit trying to close that gap and trying to get any sort of combo off with Luigi, because Luigi's really strong in that aspect, but at the same time, like you just saw there, he can die really early. I guess 150 is not that early, but he can still die by a very simple combo. But at the same time, 2 stocks to 3, 97% for Ben at this point. I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to bring it back, because he just has not been able to land much on Ben at this point. Yeah.
You know, two characters that are able to put him away, or just push him away. Olimar as well. Just those kind of characters that come out, are straightforward. Just like, here's my projectiles, get over my wall, and Luigi doesn't have tools to get over this wall necessarily. He's gonna block it.
Ooh. Yeah, the zoning potential against Luigi is absolutely insane. Like you see at this point, 1 stocks to 2, 22% for Ben at this point. I mean, he is in the priority advantage at this point, and it's just because, like you said, with all these zoning type characters, Luigi has such a hard time just grappling onto any single one of them. Unless he can get around this insane mid-range zone, there's no point of even trying to get close to her, because guess what? All he's doing is getting damage on, is getting off the ledge and then punching her back. That's all that's been happening at this point, and it's really unfortunate to see, but hopefully he can pull something out. Not looking too optimistic with 2 being down an entire stock and a half at this point. I don't know necessarily what he can possibly do to try and come back from this, because unlike a Donkey Kong loadout, you're gonna have a way harder time to try and catch back up.
Yeah, definitely, and I've seen it before with I've seen sets between Ben and Elegant, where it's kind of a mollywop for Elegant's favor, and what he does a lot is just throwing out a lot of fireballs to kind of just...
Yeah.
He throws out the fireballs to just kind of pressure Zelda into, hey, you know, if you don't pull out your knife fast enough, one of my fireballs is going to hit you, and then your zoning tool, your main zoning tool is going to be gone. And then he's just, one general thing that is really good against Zelda is just kind of knowing when and when not to push against Zelda when she's charging that defense like that. She has levels to her knight. Usually the most common two is either level 2, level 3 if it's uncharged, or there's a possibility that Zelda can charge it fully, and there's a kind of timer where once she's
yeah.
She has to wait about, I would say, like 2 to 3 seconds for the knight to just launch out. So
yeah.
Between that time, you kind of have to choose whether you're gonna have to choose what you're gonna do and how you're gonna go. Pretty much how you're gonna go about beating knight. And so right now, the Tux is struggling as well. How does he beat knight? One thing I see a lot, he's struggling, but he's jumping at a range where knight's just always going to hit him in the air.
Yep. That is totally true. I've literally noticed that the entire range, that you're basically battling 2 different people, because guess what? The bottom of the stage is being taken up by the entire knight, and then you're trying to do some aerials finally getting somewhat of a combo out. That's the only combo I've seen in this entire round coming out from Tux. Fortunately enough, he has this early stage advantage, but like you said, dealing with both the zoning of the Zelda and the Knight, it's just such a hard matchup for Luigi. And, you know, oh my goodness, never mind. Maybe Tux has downloaded the competition and understood, hey, you know what? I need to stop being so scared of said Knight and try and bring it towards the Zelda more times than not, because Ven has just been controlling the mid stage the entire time, and whenever you have that control, especially with Zelda, and just launching one Knight after another, there is literally nothing you have to worry about, because look at that hitbox with that sword. It is ginormous. Yep.
So now it's his turn to adapt and come and see what his next game is. Because now his projectile or his zoning tools are kind of getting his what or are what is getting him punished.
Yep. Exactly. Getting the punish off, being the #1 priority for the Luigi at this point. And he's done a pretty good job for this round, because last round, like you saw, he was just tossing out fireballs nonstop, and that wasn't putting up enough damage for him to do anything against this Zelda. But going on to this round, he's gotten a lot more grabs, he's gotten a lot more aerials, and a lot more combos that have, you know, put him at the advantage that he's at right now, 114 to 32. I mean, it's looking really good for Tux at this point, but at the same time, for such a very safe character like Zelda, you gotta kinda realize that this may not be your game, because you can just get pushed off stage, realize that the Knight is gonna take up the entire stage, and hope that you will not get zoned out by this insane Zelda hitboxes that she has. Oh.
And like I said, it's that's even, so but it can go either way, either, you know, Tux. There's no way that missed.
That was a really unfortunate play by Tux. Could not land the up B. I mean, coming down to it, you were right. It can go any single which way. But like we just saw, playing that edge guard game against a Zelda is just atrocious, especially when you're playing someone like Luigi that has to get up close and personal, you know, starting off your entire combo with that grab. You just literally have to wait until you can punish at the correct point. And exactly like you were saying, you know what, Tux has done a way better job this time around, but 40 to 66% still shows that, hey, Tux has a long ways to go till he can actually land a true combo that will launch Zelda out of this last stock. So I'm curious whether or not he's going to be able to close this, and he's done a way better job staying in the mid game. And Oh, lands that down spike, but not able to combo it into anything else. The up B lands, though, and it's looking like he's going to be able to land that side B. Unfortunately enough, not enough damage coming out going into this last section. Looking really good for Tux.
Yeah, I think the way this game's gonna end, it's either Tux gets his edge guard or his edge trap, and he ends the game. The more the game goes on, I know the more Ven's going to win and just kind of suffocate Tux out.
Oh, why didn't you grab?
There's
No!
mistakes that can happen. I told you